Okay, let's move into some core technical questions. Question: can you walk us through the key phases of the trade settlement process for equities and explain what typically happens on T+1 in today's environment?
Sure, happy to. The overall trade life cycle starts with trade execution. That's when the buyer and seller agree on price and quantity via an exchange or OTC. Then we move to trade capture and enrichment in the front-to-back systems, where details like counterparty, security identifier, like ISIN or CUSIP, settlement date, and amounts get validated and enriched. Next is trade matching affirmation. This is critical. Both sides or their brokers' custodians compare and agree on the economic details. In many markets, this happens electronically via platforms like CTM from DTCC or SWIFT. If unmatched, it becomes an exception that needs manual resolution to avoid settlement failure. After successful matching, we reach clearing. A central counterparty, CCP, like DTCC in the US or Euroclear Clearstream in Europe, steps in as the buyer to every seller and seller to every buyer. They calculate net obligations and guarantee settlement if one party defaults. Settlement itself, the actual exchange of securities, delivery against payment, DVP, delivery versus payment. In most major equity markets like the US, Canada, and several European countries, we've moved to T+1 settlement as of 2024-2025. So, on T+1, trade date plus 1 business day, the CCP notifies participants of their net obligations. Securities are moved from the seller's account to the buyer's via the CSD, Central Securities Depository, like DTC in the US. Simultaneously, cash is transferred from buyer to seller, usually via central bank funds or commercial bank money. If everything is in place, no fails, sufficient securities cash, no corporate actions blocking, settlement completes on time. Post-settlement, we have reconciliation. Firms reconcile their books against the custodian statements, and exception management if there were any fails, which then trigger buy-ins or penalties. That's the high-level flow. T+1 really compresses the timeline and puts more pressure on same-day matching and funding readiness.
Good overview. You covered the main stages and mentioned the recent cycle change, which is important. Follow-up. What are some common reasons a trade might fail to settle on T+1, and how would your team typically handle it?
The top reasons for settlement fails include 1. Insufficient securities, seller doesn't have the shares, short position not covered, or custodian delay. 2. Insufficient cash funding on the buyer side. 3. Matching failures, still unmatched buy.